We're going to get back to sports.
Yeah.
Because, of course, we got so much to talk about when it comes to Titans, the draft.
Yeah.
I'm going to first just start out talking about the best addition to the Titans. Not even a player, in my opinion. It's Rand the Man Carthon.
Rand's been doing really good, man.
He has been unbelievable. Just not even in the draft, the free agency before we even got to there. This and all of the stuff he's done within a 6-month period from the start of this year. I mean, they've basically filled every hole you could think of when it comes to cornerbacks. We even picked up the extra running back in Tony Pollard. Yeah. You pick up Cushenberry,
a veteran running back, a guy with some experience. I mean, Spears is his second year that just happened.
Second year. Mm-hmm.
So young guy. He did get quite a few snaps last year though. But I think Pollard. I'm not saying Pollard's going to come in this year and rush for 2,000 yards or nothing. But hey, he's going to teach him some valuable lessons. You know,
absolutely.
At least I think as far as running back goes. Basically, I'm trying to tell Titans fans it's okay. We can cope with Derrick Henry being gone.
It hurts.
You know, it does. It does. But think about that. You know, the game is evolving in a way. You need a running back who can catch passes.
Yep.
Derrick Henry, I love him to death, but if he was in the 90s, he would, you know, he's already a Hall of Famer, you know. But like, the game is changing. Running backs need to catch passes now, and Tajay Spears was catching passes, you know, and he looked good, man.
He does, and
that was one of the many things that I think Rand did right was getting some veteran presence. And I mean, like you said, the corner too, L'Jarius Sneed. He was a big reason that the Chiefs even won the Super Bowl last year.
It's so true. Yep. And I will say this too. I'm excited for the new additions, obviously, with the draft. I mean, I'm very intrigued to see J.C. Latham. I'm a big fan, and I'm so glad that we did end up getting J.C. A lot of people, of course, who wanted Joe Alt. He would have been a great pick too. But apparently the Titans liked J.C. as their offensive lineman for the draft.
That's really interesting. It's the whole like mock draft culture and stuff.
Oh, man.
And it's so interesting to me because, I mean, you got like your professionals like Mel Kiper and Daniel Jeremiah, etc. But like at the end of the day, leave it to the professionals.
Yeah.
You know?
They're the ones making those decisions.
There's a reason that Rand Carthon and his squad are professionals, you know, his scouts.
Yep.
And, you know, I'm not going to sit here and act like I am like a offensive lineman special expert.
Yeah.
But like, it's nice seeing a big, strong, fast guy on your line to add to Skoronski last year, who looked pretty good if he could have stayed healthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think to the casual fans, it's when you see a lineman get drafted so high and like in a premier position or in a premier like position in the draft. I think to the casuals, they're like, "Come on, man! You could have got."
Right. They say it's not the sexy pick. It's not the one that's going to sell tickets, but we needed it. We needed it so bad, especially with a defensive player too, Devondre Sweat.
Yes,
we needed him too, and him with Big Jeff. It's going to be something to see.
It should be interesting. I just think it's important that I think if you're getting into football, the line matters. I think games are won in the trenches. Games are won and lost in the trenches, and they got one on each side of the ball.
Yep. Yeah, no, absolutely. And so I will also say that Calvin Ridley is going to be a beast for the Titans.
Forgot he was even there.
Yeah, and here's my thing. So they signed also a wide receiver in the draft. I know that his first name is Jaquan. I think his last name is Jackson. He's from Tulane. Watch his highlights. Please watch his highlights.
Jaquan Jackson, 6th round pick too.
Yeah, no,
that's interesting.
He's going to be really, really good. He's going to be one of our returners. So for kicking and the punt returning, and he's also going to be one of our wide receivers. You know, hopefully we can get him in the game too. But yeah, Calvin Ridley, I think he's going to be unbelievable for us. Pair him up with Will, and then obviously Will. I think he's going to have a breakout year. I really do, and I think once you put the people in front of him, and then of course, like we were mentioning earlier, we forget that we picked up a brand new center too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so our line is completely. I think his name is Lloyd Cushenberry.
Oh yeah,
he's from the Broncos.
From the Broncos, yeah, Denver. That's right. I didn't know he was a center though. That's interesting because
I think he's either the center or he plays either one of the guard positions.
Or a guard. Still, new linemen are awesome. Yeah, it's really. I think Rand has brought a sense of like confidence kind of to Titans fans because we've been notorious for poor moves, poor picks the last 5 years, man. I mean, Isaiah Wilson, tragedy.
Yeah. I almost forget about that one.
Caleb Farley hasn't worked out.
Yeah, and he got injured a lot too.
I think he's still on the roster, but he's had 2 very bad injuries.
Serious injuries.
And then even trading AJ too.
AJ.
I mean, who knows? I don't know the ramifications of that in
Yeah.
the future. I don't know what picks that turned into or whatever. I can't specifically remember.
Which
but,
he just got paid to AJ.
and he did just get paid. So
yeah, come back to us, AJ. It's okay to come back.
yeah, I don't think he wanted to leave. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he liked it here. But just kind of peeking at the draft, the picks. I mean, they went offense, defense, 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 offense, defense, defense. So there was an emphasis on defense, I think, this year, which I don't hate because I feel like in free agency they kind of focus more on offense with Calvin, the offensive line, and Pollard. I might be forgetting someone else. I don't know who the hell is playing tight end this year. Chig maybe.
I think Chig is still playing tight end.
I like him.
Yeah. He's not bad. I was hoping that we could have got George Kittle because I think he actually lives in Nashville.
I saw some rumblings.
I
saw some rumblings about that. Yeah, he does live in Nashville, but I did see some rumblings about that too.
And he would fit so perfect on a Tennessee team. Like he just looks like a Tennessee tight end.
He doesn't look great. He doesn't look. It doesn't look like he should live in San Francisco.
Yeah, the San Francisco 49ers.
You know?
He looks like he should live literally in Tennessee and be on the Titans.
He's from Iowa. Like he's kind of like that like country-ish boy. Like
right. No, for sure. But yeah, no. So that was what we wanted to cover first. We wanted to just give a shout out to the Titans. We wanted to give a shout out to the new GM. We want to give a shout out to the new coaching staff. And of course, what you were talking about, Coach Callahan, his dad is going to be the O-line coach. That's going to be unbelievable.
That is a great. I'm glad you brought that up because I would have forgot about that. His father, if you listen to 104.5 The Zone, they call him offensive line Jesus.
Okay, let's go.
So that is not only is he an offensive line coach, Coach Callahan, I don't know his first name, but Brian Callahan's father is like apparently a savant.
I think it's Bill, maybe.
Bill.
Maybe Bill.
Okay. He's apparently a savant for the offensive line position. So we've got two young guys. We got a left tackle, Skoronski. We got three more linemen this year, a rookie. Yep. So hey, if they can turn that around, protect Will Levis. I mean, who knows, man? The South is wide open. I think. Yes. I know Houston is probably favored right now, but I think the South is theirs to take.
Yeah, we need to be careful, by the way, with the Texans. They are not playing around. I know that in the past, we used to think, okay, the Texans will go to that game. It's going to be the cheap game.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
not this.
Yeah, I've been to the past, I think, a couple of Texans games where we've lost
battles,
and I've had to walk home after that in misery. It is not okay with that. So
I wonder what they did in the draft too, but I think they did pretty good in free agency. I know they got.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They got Diggs.
Oh yeah, Stephon.
But hey, we're not there yet, Okay. But can I say one last thing about the NFL in general though? The NFL is king though.
It is.
Think about this, man. Yep. The Super Bowl was 90 days ago, and look at us in April.
Still talking about
it. It's kind of wild. I mean, we get that 2 weeks before the draft, we're like, bro, it feels like game day almost.
Yes.
That first round at least. I know, the fourth round on is kind of like, okay, I've never heard of this guy in my life.
And it's what you were saying. We're doing mock drafts as if we have anything to do with the actual draft. We're going to change the coach's minds. Okay, they're not thinking about us. They know exactly who they want. Also, the one last thing too, Jarvis Brownlee Jr., cornerback from Louisville, who we picked up.
Yeah,
that dude is going to be really good.
Jarvis.
He's going to be
really good. Oh, I see. 5th round pick, cornerback out of Louisville.
Yeah, every single one of our picks, the more you look into them in each one, we even got a new safety too. He's going to be also really good. He was getting really emotional on the call with
Brownlee
was. All of them were, but the safety from Miami, he was getting pretty emotional. I think his last name is Simmons.
James Williams?
James Williams, that's what it is.
7th round, too. Wow, look at that.
He's going to be really good. I mean, all of our players. And we picked up our last one was a Michigan player. And, of course, me being a big Michigan fan, Jalen Harrell. He's an edge player.
Oh, yeah.
Dude is a dog. Dude is an absolute dog, so watch out for him, too.
It's really interesting to see in any college sport, I think, but, with college basketball and college football being more like publicly televised, to see, you're like, how is this guy not get drafted?
Yep.
That type of thing. There's some dogs out there that just it shows you there's levels to this.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, I'm excited to see. I mean, there's always, next year there's going to be someone who got drafted in the 5th round who's just going to be an absolute steal.
Maybe like a Puka Nakua.
Yeah,
basically.
that's what and Kyron Williams too. They
yeah.
got them both. They got a future running back and wide receiver in the same round.
Which, speaking of Kyron Williams, the Rams just drafted Blake Corum out of Michigan.
Yeah.
He very much reminds me of Kyron Williams.
They do.
He's
They
like
are
a
very
little
similar.
bulldog, basically, in a way. So
The Rams. I think the Rams will be the Rams. GM, whoever he is, what they did to get Matthew Stafford and all that.
the F those picks thing.
Yeah, F those picks. Other teams need to take notes on that, and I think Rand has. He came from that division, came from San Francisco. I think he kind of maybe saw, this is how they're operating. Maybe he took a keen eye to how they were running their organization and kind of brought that here.
Yep.
At the end of the day, good hire all the way around. So
Right. And once again, so that's the first section. We had to talk about the Titans because we are massive Titans fans. We always got to shout out the local teams. But we're not done yet. Next part of this video, we're going to be talking about another hometown team, our Nashville Preds, who are actually playing today in town. It'll be at 4 o'clock. If you are in the downtown area, they got a free watch party right now. Get your butt to downtown and watch that with everybody. And then we're also going to talk about the NBA playoffs to end it off. So we will get into that right after this.